friends, I'm Mads. This is my reindeer socks. I have Treat in my hands, and so he is very distracted, but it's the only way I can get him to pose for the camera, so we'll deal with it. Today in this video we are going to show you 7 cat Christmas crochet videos. These intros are so hard to film, so I will take what I can get. I just realized I said videos instead of patterns in my intro. I'm not going to be showing you videos, I'm going to be showing you 7 cat Christmas patterns. Socks just distracted me, so I completely blame him. I did freehand his little reindeer snoot though, so if any of you have greyhounds or large dogs, I did write up a pattern and I posted it for free on Ravelry. I will leave that link down below in case you are interested. But I will get onto the cat patterns now. So the reason I decided to do cat patterns is every Christmas at work we have a little desk decorating competition, and I tried to think of an idea that no one else potentially would think of. So I was like, why not do a Catmas, like Maui Catmas? So that is my extremely weird idea. And the reason for this video, because I wanted to show you what I made. So if any of you out there love cats and Christmas and would like to make this, I will leave the links in the description down below, in the order that I show you them. So let's get straight to it. So the very first pattern I've got to show you is Chester the Christmas cat. Like, look how cute this little cat is in his little stocking. Oh my god. So this pattern is by All About Army. She does suggest stuffing the stocking to sort of keep it nice and full looking. I didn't do that. You can totally do that if you wanted to. This is really cute because it opens up, so you can actually put small gifts like gift cards or socks in there. Not my dog socks, he would not fit in here, but like real human socks that go in your footsies. You could probably fit them in here, and it's a really cute idea of how to present little presents, I guess. He does have wire in his tail, so you can sort of hook him up as decoration, which is what I intend to do. I made a little black cat in a green stocking and a white cat in the red stocking, and he is absolutely adorable. The pattern did suggest using felt in the ears. I do not have felt, so I sort of stitched it with regular yarn, and it looks very messy, but who cares? He is just for decoration, so I don't really mind. But yeah, that's the very first pattern by All About Army. The next pattern I've got for you is a present by Complicated Knots. I've again stuck with the black in the green and the white in the red, and I've created 2 little cat presents. The black is a bit hard to see, but he's hiding in there, and these are absolutely adorable. They are about the size of my hand, so they're pretty big. I've used DK weight for all of these, just FYI. So yeah, all of the sizes would be basically what you would expect if you use DK weight yarn, but these are so adorably cute. It is a YouTube video and there are lots of pieces to it, so each of these little sides are made individually. These little white bits are made individually and sewn on. Same with that. So there is quite a bit of pieces that you need to connect together, just in case you did not like that. This may not be a pattern for you. And also this cat, you sort of just make the top half of his body. So I'm not sure if you can see, hopefully I can show you, but you can see the stuffing in there, and that's because you sort of loosely pack the stuffing into the box and you put the half cat body that you made on the top and stitch it in, and basically just connect it to these little ribbons here, so you're not actually stitching it all the way around, so you're not deforming the box, I guess. But that just means that all the stuffing is visible, but you can only really notice if you look super closely, which I doubt anyone will, but just FYI, in case you decided to make these patterns, that you know you can see the stuffing and there are lots of pieces to sew together. The next cat pattern I've made is this adorably chunky gingerbread kitty by Crafty Kitty Crochet. He is so incredibly chunky and adorable. He's got little white stripes, which are the icing, and she's asked us to basically stitch on some colored yarn on the ears to sort of make it look like icing. I did use like a safety nose on here. You don't have to, she does tell you to basically sew it on. I just had a whole bunch of these noses that I wasn't using for anything, and so I just decided to use it for this because the pink sort of looks like what you would expect on like a gingerbread creation. So yeah, he's incredibly chunky and so cute. Look at him. The next pattern I've got for you is this long-legged cat by Christy Talus. I hope I said that right. I like to call him my Grinch cat because technically this isn't a Christmas pattern. It's sort of just like an angry cat pattern that's made in just like a normal cat color, I guess. But I just changed his color to green, and then sort of did some color changes to make him look like he was wearing a Christmas shirt and little Christmas boots, and then I just created a little Christmas hat for him just to turn him into a Grinch. So this is not technically a Christmas pattern, but you could do what I did and do some color changes and make him into a little angry Grinch kitty. He is so cute. Yeah, and his arms do like come undone, if I can get it undone. So this was part of a cowl, so there are two different parts to it. I will link both parts down below. I've got his arms undone now, so he could just have arms down by the side. You could like cross them like I did before, just fairly simple to do. I'm just not good at multitasking. There, I've got it. So yeah, he just looks like a cute little grumpy Grinch cat and he's adorable. The next pattern I've got for you, I'm not entirely proud of because he is quite ugly, is a cat in tree by Stitching with Sab. She has a written pattern as well as a YouTube video. I will link both down below. She uses chunky yarn to make this. I just use DK yarn, so he's turned out more like a polar bear in my opinion than a cat. I'm sure if you use the yarn that she calls for, it will look more like a cat stuck in a Christmas tree, with like the little Christmas lights. I just use one color for the Christmas lights. You could use multiple, but yeah, he's really cute and like he does not look like a cat at all, but that's my fault. I'm just going to pretend for the sake of this video and for the sake of my desk decorating competition at work that he is a cat if anyone says otherwise. Yeah, it's just terrible, isn't it? The sixth pattern I've got for you is the Christmas Mice Santa Sleigh by Juliana Semikrasa. I'm so sorry if I've said that wrong. Every time I don't know how to pronounce something, I put it into Google Translate and do the little, you know, the speak text little thing, and Google tells me how to pronounce it. So if I've said it wrong, I'm in Google. Now this isn't really like a cat pattern, but I feel like in the cat's world, you're not going to have reindeers pulling the sleigh, you're going to have little mice. So that's the little Rudolph mouse, and that's the other ones. I've just made two. However, the pattern does give you other things to crochet. For example, a Santa's hat, in case you wanted to put one of these guys in the actual sleigh, like a Santa. You can crochet a hat instead of these reindeer headband thing. You could put a hat on him and he could be Santa. It also shows you how to make a little mice, so slightly smaller than these ones, and a little ladder, and she's just placed them sort of like the mouse is loading up presents into the little sleigh. She also shows you how to make presents and trees and things like that, and little candy canes, so you can make a lot more than what I've made. I've just made two reindeer mice things and a little sleigh. She does use quite small hooks and I think crochet thread for this, so she uses a 1.5mm hook and a 1.75mm hook and crochet thread, I'm pretty sure. I just use DK weight, so if you like to crochet with small things, you can make it even smaller than I did, but yeah, this is just what I've made, and that's what it looks like from the inside. There are, from the underneath, I'm sorry, there is craft wire in here just to keep the shape, but yeah, it is pretty cute. The only thing to note about this pattern is it's not very like detailed, or it doesn't really hold your hand, so if you're the type of person who loves patterns that basically tell you exactly what to do, this one doesn't really, in the sense that, for example, it doesn't always tell you what color to use when you're making the bits. So it tells you, for example, what color to use when you're making the head and the body. When it goes on to the ear, it doesn't tell you, but it's literally just after the head and body pattern. So I guess, you know, the body's worked in gray, so you're like, yeah, sure, just continue with the gray yarn to make the ears. But for the arms, for example, you start in pink and you end in gray, and then it goes on to tell you how to do the feet and the tail, and it doesn't tell you what color to use. So I just sort of had to scroll up and look at the picture to see what color she made her feet and her tail. It's not that big of a deal, but it's just sort of, you know, you have to try and figure out what color you need to use to make these. But apart from that, I didn't really have any issues, at least in the parts that I made. I'm not really sure if there's any issues in the other things like trees or whatever. Yeah, that's really cute and adorable. The last pattern I've got for you is this Itty Bitty Kitty by Thorsby Cottage. She has a whole series of itty bitty cats, I believe. So this particular pattern, which I'm going to link down below, she actually links you to the cat pattern, because then you can make multiple modifications to it, and then the pattern actually that is linked below is for this little Christmas hat. But yeah, it is super cute and super tiny. You can sort of use this as a bauble, but what I made him for was to be the Santa in the sleigh. So he fits perfectly in the little sleigh, and he's adorable. His face looks a bit grumpy, but that is my fault. I'm not very good at, you know, doing all of that stuff, but he fits so perfectly in this little sleigh. So he's like the little Santa cat with these little mice pulling the sleigh, and they're absolutely adorable. I hope you enjoyed looking at my creations. I know they're not perfect, but I thought it was unique either way. I know there's quite a few cat lovers on YouTube, and quite a few of them are crocheters as well. So I thought you might be interested to see cat specific crochet patterns. All of the patterns are free. I will be linking them in the description box in the order that I've mentioned them. I'll also link Socks's Greyhound Snood if there's any greyhound lovers watching that want to make that too. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.